Hi everyone. Today we will learn the chapter probability. So let us first give introduction. Okay. So few examples we come across in everyday life. So in day to day life we come across many of the examples. Such examples we will see here. Few examples I have written here. It will probably rain today. It will probably rain today. I doubt that he will pass the test. Doubt. Here probably, most probably, this word Kavitha will stand first in the annual examination. There is a 50-50 chance, 50-50 chance of India winning a toss in today's match. So here few words: chance, most probably, doubt, probably, maybe. These are all comes under probability. Okay, so we will have the definition here. So very important, please remember the theoretical probability, also called classical probability of an event E written as P of E, is defined as P of E is equal to number of outcomes favorable to E divided by number of all possible outcomes of the experiment. I mean here probability is denoted by P of E is equal to here number of favorable outcomes divided by number of all possible outcomes of the experiment, or you can say total number of outcomes in an experiment, you can say. Okay, so this definition of probability was given by Pierre Simon Laplace in 1795. Who is that mathematician? Pierre Simon Laplace in 1795. Okay, I hope my dear students you understood the definition of probability here. So we will see again further. Okay, so that is now probability deals with mainly coins, die or dice, playing cards. Cards means playing cards, balls. Here die is a singular, dice is a plural. Die is a singular, dice is a plural. But in modern English nowadays, dice is also called as plural and singular. Both we are using singular as well as plural as dice nowadays. But actually in mathematics now, die is singular and dice is plural. Okay. So here first these are the main four things we deal with the probability. So first one we will study coins. Okay, so here number of coins and number of outcomes, one column, two columns I have written here, number of coins and number of outcomes. So number of coin is 1, then total number of outcomes are 2. Here if number of coins are 2, total number of outcomes are 4. If for 3 coins 8 outcomes, 4 coins 16 outcomes, 5 coin 32 outcomes. Similarly for n coin 2 to the power of n coins. See here my dear students, the general formula for finding the total number of outcomes of n coins is 2 to the power of n. If you remember for coins 2 to the power of n, it is enough to calculate total number of outcomes like this. Here 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and so on. Okay, where n is the number of coins in 2 to the power of n. Okay my dear students, I will see how it will come. Okay, so suppose 2 to the power of n means what? For one coin 2 to the power of 1, that is 2. For 2 coin 2 to the power of 2, that is 4. I have written here, see here. 2 to the, for 3 coin 2 to the power of 3, that is 8, means 2 to the power of 3 means what? 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, like that 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8 and so on we will calculate. Okay, so we will see again further what are the outcomes. See here, for one coin number of outcomes are 2 as we studied now. What are those two outcomes? Total number of outcomes h comma t, that is head and tail. Head is denoted by capital H, tail is denoted by capital T. Okay my dear students, so total number of outcomes in one coin is 2, that is one coin. For one coin number of outcomes are 2, that is h and t I can write. For 2 coins number of outcomes are 4, that is I have written here HH, HT, TH and tail TT. T means tail, H means head. So how to write this one? So first how many outcomes are there? 4. That how do you get this one? General form is 2 to the power of n. So 2 to the power of 2 coins are there. So there are 4 outcomes. So what is the half of 4? Half of 4 is half of this 4 is 2. So first you have to write HH and TT, 2H and 2T. Next, what is the half of 2? Half of 2 is 1. Half of 2 is 1. So 1H, 1T, 1H, 1T you have to write. So like that you can write all the outcomes. Okay. Similarly, for 3 coins, number of outcomes is equal to 8. That is, I have written here all the 8: HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH, TTT. Okay, how to write this one? Total number of outcomes are here 8. What is the half of 8? 4. So first 4H I have to write and 4T I have to write like this. Next, what is the half of 4? 2. 2H, 2T, 2H, 2T. Next, what is the half of 2? 1. So next, HT, 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 1H, 1T, 1H, 1T I have to write. So these are the 8 outcomes. Similarly for 4 also like this. 4 means 16 outcomes will be there. Half of 16 is 8, I have to write 8H and 8 like this. 8H, 8T I have to write. Next, what is the half of 8? 4, 4H, 4T I have to write. Next 2, next 1, 1 I have to write. So that you will get 4, 4 like this in 3 coins, 3, 3 you got. So 4 will be there. So here H, H, yes, this is nothing but 1. If 3 coins are tossed, this is one event. This is another event. This is another event. This is another event. Whatever we are studying here in probability, balls, playing cards, die, coins, these are all example for a random experiment. What is that? A random experiment. Okay, my dear students. Random experiments means there is no exact answers. There is no exact answers. You cannot predict the exact. If you toss a single coin, you cannot say that it is head, or you cannot say it is tail only. Whatever after tossing, you will get head only or you will get tail only. You cannot say like this. If you toss 3 coins, you cannot say that head only you will get, or you cannot say T. So such type of examples are nothing but random experiments. Okay, my dear students. One more is there, deterministic experiment. Deterministic experiment means this whatever you are doing an experiment, you will get the same product. So for example, 2 reactions are there in science. A plus B gives you C. So if you add these 2 reactions only, you will get C. There is no chance that if you add A and B, you will get D. Okay. So these are the examples for determination. So in chemistry and all, we will use these. Okay, but we are studying about only what? A random experiment. Okay, further again we will see here. For 3 coins, 8 outcomes we studied. Similarly, for n coins, number of outcomes will be 2 to the power of n. Now please remember, my dear students, few important words here: possible event, or we can say that sure event or certain event. So the probability of an event which is sure to occur is 1. So if you are getting probability 1, then it is a possible event. Okay. So impossible event means the probability of an event which is impossible to occur is 0. So for a single coin, you will get head or tail. Okay, if you say what is the probability of getting head in a single coin, you will not get this event. This is one event, this is another event. So you will not get like this event. Okay, so it is impossible. It is impossible means you will get the probability 0. Either you will get probability 0 or 1, or in between 0 and 1. Okay, probability. Always you will get in between 0 and 1. There is no negative probability. Okay, there is no negative probability, please remember. And one thing you can say, the cow is flying in the sky. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. So what is the probability of flying in the sky of cow? 0 probability, because there is no possibility itself. Okay, next, another important sentence you have to remember. Please remember, my dear students, the sum of the probabilities of all the elementary events of an experiment is 1. So if you add all the sum of the probabilities in an experiment of all the events, you will get 1. For example, suppose a coin is tossed, then number of outcomes is equal to 2. So that is head or tail. So head and tail. So possibility, not probability. Okay, possibility of getting head is 1. Either you will get head or tail in single coin. Okay, so possibility of getting head is 1. Similarly, what is the possibility of getting tail? 1. That I have written here. Possibility of getting tail is 1. Possibility of getting head is 1. Now what is the probability? Probability definition is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So total number of outcomes in single coin tossed, if you toss single coin is 2, so that I have written here 2 in the denominator, and what is the possibility of getting head is 1. That is nothing but this is 1 is nothing but here favorable outcome. So what is favorite here? To get head it is favorable. So how many times? 1 time. So 1 divided by 2. Similarly for tail also 1 by 2, because only one tail is there here. So this 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 are nothing but elementary event we will call. Okay. So here if you add these two probabilities, so see here probability of getting head and probability of getting tail. This is one elementary event, this is another elementary event. This is different question and this is different question. If you add these two probability, you will always get 1. Similarly for all the examples, any example you consider in random experiment, if you make the sum of all the probabilities of the elementary events like this, you will get what? Always 1, my dear students. Okay, that I have written here, my dear students. Sum of elementary events, that is probability of getting head is 1 by 2, probability of getting tail is 1 by 2, that is equal to 1. So that is the meaning. In an experiment, if you add all the elementary events probability, you will get always the sum 1. Okay, my dear students. Now please remember, probability lies between 0 and 1. Always it will lie between 0 and 1. Range of the probability is like this, written as like this: 0 is less than or equal to probability of E is less than or equal to 1. So probability cannot be negative. Okay, always it lies between 0 and 1. My dear students, I hope you understood this one. Okay, so the highest probability is 1 and lowest probability is 0. So in general, another thing you can remember, it is true that for an event E, means one experiment, one event will be there. For that one, P of E bar is equal to 1 minus P of E. P of E means this probability is going to happen. This probability is going to happen. P of E bar means the probability is not going to happen, happening. Okay, not going to happen means here event E bar means not E, not going to happen, and is called the complement of the event E, the complement of the event E. Okay, so here the complement of the E, we can also say that E and E bar are complementary events. Okay, my dear students. For example, a single coin, head and tail will be there. If you toss the single coin, you will get head or tail. What is the probability of getting head? 1 by 2. What is the probability of not getting head? That you have to, not getting head means P of E bar you have to find out. E bar means you have to subtract whatever you have, that is from 1, that is 1 minus 1 by 2. That is nothing but 1 by 2. So P of E bar is equal to what? P of E is equal to E bar is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2, because happening is 1 by 2, means probability of getting head is 1 by 2, but not happening is 1 by 2, or not getting tail is 1 by 2, you can say. Okay, so one example we will say here: find the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed once. Also find the probability of getting a tail. So the number of possible outcomes is 2, head and tail. Head is denoted by H, tail is denoted by T. Let E be the event getting head. Okay, let E, capital E, be the event getting a head. Okay, similarly my dear students, the number of outcomes favorable to E is 1. Okay, number of outcomes favorable means getting head is, possibility is 1. So probability of E means probability of head, that is number of outcomes is nothing but divided by number of all possible outcomes. Possible outcomes in single coin is 2. So number of outcomes, that is favorable, is 1. So 1 by 2 is the answer. Similarly, if EF is the event getting a tail, then P of F is equal to P of tail, that is equal to 1 by 2. So what is the probability of getting tail here? 1 by 2. What is the probability of getting head is here? 1 by 2. So what is asked here question, my dear students? Find the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed once. Also find the probability of getting tail. So as well as head and tail we have solved here. So probability of getting tail is 1 by 2, probability of getting head is 1 by 2. Okay, so one more example we will see from the exercise of this probability chapter. If P of E is equal to 0.05, what is the probability of not E? That only I told now. E and E bar are the complementary events, that you have to remember. P of E bar is equal to 1 minus P of E, this I told to remember. So we know that P of E is what? 0.05. So we know that P of E bar means P of complement of event E is equal to 1 minus P of E, 1 minus 0.05, because P of E is given here 0.05. Since P of E is equal to 0.05, P of E bar is equal to 1 minus 0.05 is 0.5. So not E is probability of not E means complementary is 0.95. So in next class we will study about die or dice. Okay, my dear students, if you understood, okay, thank you. I hope you have understood. If you didn't understand, you can comment me and ask me the question. Okay, my dear students, thank you one and all.